depersonalization and derealization. Just like the title describes, depersonalization, it's a lost sense of self and identity. Derealization is a lost sense of reality. It's an automatic response by the nervous system to psychological threat or trauma. Many people are familiar with fight or flight response, when the body gets revved up to run away from a threat, also called anxiety. But what people are very unfamiliar with is the freeze response, which is when the nervous system has experienced an overwhelm, saturation, if you will, of trauma or threat or danger. It thinks that we are in danger of dying, so it shuts off feeling, connection, basically your entire reality in order to protect you. We then think to ourselves, I must be crazy because this feels really weird. Now, I personally have experienced depersonalization, derealization, severe dissociation for about 2 years, completely debilitated, but I did make a full recovery. I did a lot of modalities along the way, but I'm going to talk about the main things you need to focus on during your recovery to make sure that you come back to a place of connection, reality, and feeling. How do you get depersonalization? Can be different for everyone. For me, it was a extreme psychological trauma I experienced doing a plant medicine. Now, many of you may not even know what a plant medicine is. That's fine. For some people, it could be the loss of a loved one unexpectedly. It could be abuse. It could be neglect. It could be the way you perceive your environment and you stress out about everything, and your brain gets in this fight or flight mentality to where you feel like there's no escape, even though you're just sitting at home on your couch and you're sending signals to your nervous system, and then it goes into this freeze state we call depersonalization, derealization. Oh man, it doesn't feel good. And if I reflect long enough, I'm sure I could go through 1,000 symptoms, but I'll talk about the main ones because I know a lot of people watching want to know, John, is this normal? I get messages from people all the time just wanting to know if what they're feeling is normal. I can tell you right now, basically anything you tell me is probably normal. For me, I experienced anything from severe fight or flight symptoms to severe shutdown symptoms, and that's like numbness, emotionally numb, physically numb, sometimes you can't even feel your body, disconnection from your peers, disconnection from reality, this sense of no boundaries in reality. I don't understand, the world feels bent or different than I remember. Ability to make meaning of your life, day to day, week to week, doesn't feel there. Everything feels empty and lost. You may experience fight or flight symptoms like racing heart, nausea, sweatiness, lightheadedness, panic attacks. You may go in between feeling numb and panic. Extreme paranoia that you know couldn't be logical, but you find yourself in these loops of severe paranoia. It feels like hell, and it is the worst feeling probably that you've ever felt to this point in your life. And you're thinking to yourself, this is impossible. How can anyone live like this? And they do, and you can, and you will get through it. But it may feel like, I don't even know how I go on. So you're okay, you're safe, you're right where you need to be. How do I get out of it? This is the worst thing. When I first experienced depersonalization, I thought to myself, I can't experience this for more than another second. And then after a few days, it was like, okay, I can do a couple days, but I can't do a week. I can't do a month. And some of you may be sitting out there and you just started experiencing a few hours ago, a week ago, or maybe it's been a few years or a few months. You can get back to normal no matter how long you've been experiencing it. The key is first to let your nervous system know that you are no longer in danger. And that means to stop focusing on the symptoms. The classic loop people get caught in with depersonalization, derealization is they focus on the symptoms instead of on their life. Don't stop living a normal life, and don't stop doing the things that ignite passion in you. For me, getting back to nostalgic habits and hobbies was a good way for me to rebuild that sense of self and identity that goes away when you're feeling depersonalization, derealization. Lowering your general stress levels, getting rid of toxic relationship, people that are firing you up, causing stress, angry people. We just need to get around people that love us and are ready to support us. That's really going to help you in your healing journey. People you can be open with of what you're feeling and won't judge you is going to be really helpful. Definitely, if you can, reach out, get a coach, get a mentor, maybe someone who's been through it that can help you along the way. You can recover on your own. You don't necessarily need a therapist, although definitely seek it out if that's what you feel you're being called to do. This is not a precursor to some elaborate mental illness that you're going to get down the road that your mind wants to convince you of right now. You will get better. The symptoms are not going to get worse. The sooner you stop focusing on the symptoms and the sense of disconnection and start focusing on your life and what you want to bring to life, the quicker you'll feel this sense of self and safety again. There are a lot of modalities and things that people do to feel this sense of safety: yoga, meditation, drawing, coloring, playing guitar. There's so many things to get you back in your body feeling safe. I also have a video that I've done with Dr. David Berceli where we talk about a tremoring mechanism in the body that helps release tension that you guys can go check out and use at home right now to help release some of the fight or flight energy that may be stored in there. You will get back to normal. Stop focusing on the symptoms, start focusing on safety, and start building your life.